phán và đánh ngủ anh em ạ.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock arms. This is football at its finest. Colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're up and running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. And he shoots! He's scored!
chết luôn vãi cái đài này. Lướt bóng phát ra thô mất bóng luôn.
They just didn't anticipate on heels rather than toes.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Manchester United are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Big chance, corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Messi plays it short. And this is Messi. There's the shot! Goal! And once more we are all square. You score,
We score.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Quarter of an hour played. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Eze.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Bruno Fernandes is onto this. He's having a shot! Goal! Brazil! to the lead once more. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up for it.
Tries a shot! That's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Mbappe. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Mbappe had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Space for him to turn and look. Brilliantly cut out. Pullet never out of the action for very long. Oh, super fine. He has a look up. He shapes to shoot! And that's a good finish. And they're threatening to fly away here. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Brazil now in a position far more desirable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Turan. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Yamal. Yamal going face to face with his great rival. Yamal! Oh, brilliant from Yamal! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Gravenberg. And it's Messi. And here's Yamal. He is through here. Yamal's cross. Oh, good hit. And it's hit the woodwork and out. And he's putting it in.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
This is Batistuta. And Batistuta!
Então vai um pouquinho de reunião, galera. Ô, torcida.
Really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Messi falls short. So, third quarter of the game. Messi, the short one. And he's there to belt it away. Vitinha. Gravenberg. And that's a dangerous ball. So, temporary halt to the action. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yes,
Well,
bam, bam.
it's such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
Walking through the gates.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. That gets us going once more.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And it's Rivaldo. Oh, that is a nice touch. He is just caressing the ball. Looking for options for movement. Can he finish?
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Chance! And he hits the net. 2 up now, and they are cruising. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, that pretty much works out as a gift due to the space he was afforded in the box.
So the lead now is 2.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious
Show
trouble
my name.
lay in store. Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Thuram. Threads one in. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Ball's played through. Yamal gets into a good position. Oh, nice touch. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Yet another interesting duel this.
Cross deflected behind for a corner.
Substitution for Manchester United.
Corner number 4 coming up here.
Eze. Number 9. San Maximin.
They've played it short.
18.
Vitinha.
Batistuta.
Good ball, good take.
Yamal.
Well, he got
Tolong
rid of
berai
it as he was under pressure.
Messi.
Apanya?
Coming on the field. Number 13.
Gravenberg.
Vinicius Junior. Number 17. Dembele.
Now it's Bale. Great vision. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. He's got away. Kvaratskhelia. Shot a goal!
Substitution.
Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And it's been taken short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Thuram. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
And Gravenberg. And here's Vinicius Junior. Vieira. Now it's Kvaratskhelia.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And it's Vieira. Spread it left. Kvaratskhelia running at top here. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected. It's a corner. Corner number 2 then. Oh, well played. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. Vitinha. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lovely. Now then. Brazil! Yes! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. Brazil, palpably stronger, better, superior. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. He has found the way through. Nice physical challenge. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Lovely bit of skill. Bale. Has to go back here. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
And he welcomes it in. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Tries to pass it through. Oh, good take and a quick Kvaratskhelia! That is ended up in no man's land. He's having a hit! Always going over the top.
Added minutes has been indicated.
4 extra minutes added on. Bale. Oh, he's had a shot! Now, it's fallen loose again! No, he got that all wrong. Single. Vitinha. And that is a little undercooked. Gravenberg tries to play it through. And that is that. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners.